While in the shower, have you ever been curious about the products you are using? A shampoo bottle may be attractive to look at and promise amazing results after use. However, when in 2010, according to People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, approximately 100 million mice and rats are being held in captivity in laboratories for testing purposes. These products quickly become less attractive. After hearing this, you may be shocked to learn that acclaimed cosmetic companies such as Estee Lauder, Maybelline, and Victoria's Secret still test on animals. However, e.l.f., Too Faced, and Urban Decay do not test on animals. Today I will share with you how testing on animals has been a practice used by scientists and by cosmetic brands. I received most of my information from the Northwest Florida State College databases. Animal testing is practiced throughout the world still to this day. First, I will use expert opinions on how animal testing is used by scientists to expand their knowledge in gene editing, and then discuss how scientists treat their test subjects. I will also elaborate on how cosmetic companies in China are required to do animal testing before selling products, despite how animal testing is a clear mistreatment of animals. Firstly, scientists use animal testing to expand their knowledge. Scientists are testing on animals to expand their knowledge in the field of gene editing. To explain gene editing, FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb in 2017 said it best. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the first time approved a cancer treatment that uses the genetically modified immune cells of extremely ill children to help fight acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Scientists are taking genetically modified cells and turning them into cures. However, before scientists can do tests on human cells, they have to test them on animals first. Animal testing has become a key part of the scientific expansion in this area, and it is producing results like cures for certain cancers. People are seeing real results that could eventually save millions of lives. On the other hand, scientists have been willing to go to great lengths. In 2018, the Stop Animal Exploitation Now group stated more than 100 rats and mice have died due to mistreatment in an investigation of the use of lab animals at the Indiana University School of Medicine. Laboratories are being used to find diseases, but in the process are purposely mistreating animals. The way scientists treat their animals is abuse, and even showing signs of abnormal behavior in the animals. In a report from March 2018, the medical sociologist Pandora Pound and the animal welfare researcher Christine Nichols states, most of the protocols appear to inflict severe harm on the animals, with 13% of the studies failing to report the use of anesthesia and 97% making no mention of pain-relieving drugs. How scientists are mistreating the animals is proving to be morally wrong. Pandora Pound and Christine Nichols continued. Overall, they found the studies were poorly designed, which meant they couldn't contribute the conclusive findings towards clinical benefit. The animals underwent painful tests only to have been in vain. Better conditions would positively affect the animals and not make any tests in vain. Now, let's move on to cosmetic companies. In China, the government requires cosmetic companies to test their products on animals before selling them. According to People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals in 2019, currently the Chinese government requires tests on animals for all imported cosmetics and any special use cosmetics, regardless of where they were manufactured. Cosmetic companies are required to do tests on animals in China for the same reason that it is not fully banned in America. According to Understanding Research in 2020, we share 95% of our genes with mice, which some argue proves that using them for testing is effective. Testing cosmetic products on mice is scientifically proven to be effective and useful. Testing on animals also keeps humans from being inflicted with all sorts of pain, who have much longer lifespans than mice do. Furthermore, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration in 2020, the use of animals tests on cosmetics is to assure the safety of a product or ingredient. Keeping our cosmetic products safe is a big deal in our modern world of makeup. Lastly, cosmetic companies mistreat the animals they test on. An example of this from the Manila Times in 2017. Dripping ingredients into their eyes, smearing them onto their skin, and injecting them into their bodies. How cosmetic companies test their product on animals is mistreatment. The Humane Society International in 2017 estimates that 100,000 to 200,000 animals suffer and die every year due to cosmetic testing. Testing on animals is inhumane and is proven to cause thousands of animals to suffer. In review, animal testing has been used for many purposes throughout time by scientists and cosmetic companies. I used expert opinions on how scientists expand their knowledge and discussed how they treat their test subjects. Then, I elaborated on how cosmetic companies are lawfully required to test on animals in China and how cosmetic companies mistreat animals. Anyway, scientists and cosmetic companies continue to do their testing on animals. Thank you for listening, and next time you are in the shower, see if I was right about your shampoo bottles.